Right now, the only thing that would taste better than a nice cold one is a cold filter one.
Genuine draft anyone?
About time.
Because if you want a beer whose rich, smooth draft taste hasn't been changed by heat pasteurization, we've got it down cold. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft. It's as real as beer gets.
Harry, if you don't want to end up in court, you better send that child support.
I'm calling about your son, Grover. You better send money. His ski trip's over.
Send the money now, you dig? Or we won't make our next gig.
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 10,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less.
Cruising!
Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
Dear Dad, we made our toughest jump yet at dawn. I was kind of nervous, we all were. And then I remembered when you told me that real courage is putting your fear aside and doing your job. You see, Dad, here in the Army, the things I'm learning will help me get the most out of life and the best from myself. Dad, we were really something today. I know you'd be proud.
All that you can be. Get an edge on life in the Army.
Get the only chicken grilled at the border. New grilled chicken fajitas.
Taco Bell has the road to make a run for the border.
In the top of the fifth for Milwaukee, Joey Meyer, Charlie O'Brien, and Jim Gantner to face Frank Tanana. The rain has stopped.
And gotten a little cooler, it feels like.
Which is a blessing, I think. It was hot and humid here today. Tanana cleaning the mud out of his spikes behind the mound.
Maybe Marlon McGee could answer the question why it's not humid after it rains. Not as humid.
Well, Jimmy Holmes tells us that Marlon said we weren't going to get rain over here.
You guys bad. You know, pick on him. He's 360 miles west.
Here's Meyer, who tapped back to Tanana. Well, it's that old... Which side did the quarter come up this time, isn't it? No, a little more scientific than that, I know. 0-1 pitch. Inside backs Meyer off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Isn't it you moisten the tip of your finger and hold it out the window? No. Northeast.
Joey had a hitting streak stopped last night. Went 0 for 4 last night. Way out in front again. Tanana just toying with some of these big hitters. Deere and Meyer now changing speeds. Big breaking ball. The White Sox leading the Indians 3-1 in the bottom of the fifth at Cleveland. Tried to do it again, and Meyer took it this time. Texas 5, Toronto 2 in the third. George Bell has homered for the Blue Jays, his 19th of the year. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3. The Royals scored in the third, and they are tied with the Twins 1-1 at Minnesota. Later on the West Coast, Baltimore at Seattle. This one tapped wide of third base. Boy, you think you've waited long enough, and that ball still isn't there.
I was going to venture a guess, which is Tanana may have thrown as many pitches tonight as he might in other full 9-inning games. He just doesn't seem to be as precise as he's been other times in the past.
Some of the youngsters just brought up by the Tigers, Eric King, Billy Bean, Jeff Robinson over there, who is on the DL. If you missed it, the Brewers also, well, they did it yesterday. The contingent has arrived today. Mike Felder back in a Brewer uniform along with Darrell Hamilton. Meyer looks at a ball low and inside. That is the first walk issued by Frank Tanana. He's thrown a lot of pitches, but that was the first base on balls. He's had a lot of 3-2 counts, pitches fouled off. Gary Sheffield in uniform tonight. He is wearing number 1, numero uno, for the Brewers. Also back, Mark Knutson, who spent some time here earlier this year, and Brian Clutterbuck, who underwent surgery last year and was here in Milwaukee a couple of years ago. He had a good year at Denver. Tom Filer is back on the roster. That was just kind of a paper transaction to allow Mirabella to become active.
The Tigers made another move today, Mike.
Yes, they did, yeah.
Sal's son, Chris. Chris Bando.
Now, people will believe that. He's Sal's brother,
right,
not Sal's son.
Well, I don't know. That's what the papers in New York told us. Remember that?
Yes.
List of fathers and sons in Major League Baseball, and it said Chris Bando, Father Sal. But they're brothers, and Chris Bando, released by Cleveland earlier in the year, had an opportunity to sign with Kansas City, but the Royals would not guarantee that he would be called up in September, so Chris turned that down, and now he has signed with the Detroit Tigers.
2 balls, no strikes on Charlie O'Brien, and he looks to strike in the knees. Good pitch by Tanana at the knees on the outside corner. Tanana has come out struggling just a bit here in the 5th inning, and Sparky Anderson has had Billy Muffet on the phone. There's activity in the Tiger bullpen. Right-hander up and throwing. Don Heichel. Inside, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. There is the Racine native. Did a good job last night. Three balls, 1 strike. Nobody out. Runner at first is Joey Meyer, and line to left field. Sheridan will cut it off, but Meyer heads to third. O'Brien to second. The Brewers with runners at second and third. Nobody out. Boy, I'll tell you, Charlie O'Brien came to the big leagues with the reputation of not being able to hit very much. He is hitting .235 coming in tonight, and he's had some big base hits.
Got the bat around on that one, too.
Down over the plate, put it in a perfect spot. Joey Meyer from first to third. And Charlie O'Brien coasts in with a double. That's his 6th of the season.
Well, early tonight, Mike Felder going to run for Joey Meyer. Of course, the Brewers have lots of people. But Felder will run for Meyer here in the 5th.
Tom Tremblehorn saying today that he would like to get the Denver contingent into the ball games as pinch runners, pinch hitters, and defensive replacements tonight if he can.
But by Gantner, a good one. Felder will score, and Gantner tagged by Evans. But another run scores, and the Brewers lead 2-0. Credit Jimmy Gantner with a sacrifice and a run batted in. Boy, we saw that a couple of times last night, and again here tonight. Evans just reaching back to tag Gantner. No play at the plate. Boy, that accomplishes 2 goals. Scores 1, moves 1 over.
That's the 3rd run in the series scored on a bunt. Felder was not in a suicide situation that time. He was holding to see where the ball was bunted, but scored easily as Gantner laid it down nicely.
Hit well by Swaim. Base hit. It will score another run, and the Brewers lead 3-0. Solid single to right by Dale Swaim. His 51st run batted into the year, and that brings Sparky out of the dugout and to the mound.
Well, this inning is right out of the textbook of timely hitting, isn't it?
Yep. It sure is, Bobby. You know, and so many times earlier in the year, the Brewers just weren't getting the timely hits or RBIs. We will have a pitching change. Don Heichel coming on. We'll tell you about him after we pause for these messages on the Brewer Television Network.
Go ahead, Toyota dealer. Make my day.
No problem with a selection of cars, trucks, and vans this big. But Toyota's Make My Day sales event is almost over.
Hey, dude, think you can make my day?
With savings like these extra value option packages, your day is made. It's the Make My Day sales event. with deals and savings on every car, truck, and van on the lot. But it's almost over. See your Toyota dealer right now and let the savings make your day.
You know what smooth is?
You gotta stop and taste the High Life.
Smooth is the sensation of cracking open a cold Miller High Life. Smooth is the anticipation of that first mouthful hitting the back of your parched throat. Smooth is the feeling of a beer that goes down easy, never bitter.
Stop and taste the High Life.
Smooth is knowing how good that first Miller High Life tasted, and that it's time to enjoy another.
No matter why you're on the road, you can depend on brakes from Meineke. I do.
At Meineke, we do brakes. We analyze the whole system, pinpoint the problem, and fix it.
Sparky Anderson knows the Brewers are being televised back to Wisconsin, so he's going with Racine Horlick product. Don Heichel here in the fifth in relief of Tanana. Heichel worked 2 scoreless innings with a walk and a strikeout last night. He did a very good job. No record, no wins, no losses. But he has a save. This will be his 19th appearance. Heichel carries a 3.86 earned run average. 24 strikeouts in 30 and a third innings.
Heichel pitched last night, went 2 innings. As we said, a native of Racine, went to Racine Horlick High School and graduated from Wichita State back in 1982. He was the Tigers' 30th pick in the 1982 draft and has made it to the big leagues. Facing Paul Molitor here with nobody out, the Brewers with a couple of runs home, and this one hit hard but foul past Tony Muser, the third base coach.
Heichel had an inning of notoriety in May, Mike, when he balked 3 times in an inning against Oakland, the first time that had been done in the American League in 58 years. That's something the Tigers have not done much of this year, and that is balk. And on the other side of that coin, they have scored, I believe it is 14 runs with balks and the bases loaded.
0-1 pitch to Paulie. Hit over there. Oh, no, nice stop by Brooken. Nice play. Whoa. That ball looked like it was over his head. I'll tell you what, he has made some great plays in these 2 series, both at County Stadium and right here. Watch this one.
This is chopped. He times it perfectly. Sets, makes the throw, and throws out the speedy Molitor.
It's a long throw.
He's underrated, isn't he, Mike?
Oh, he sure is. And he seems to play his best baseball against Milwaukee. He's always had a hot bat and playing very, very well defensively.
Didn't he spear one hit by Deere in the Saturday game?
Oh, did he ever?
Yeah, and then Deere came back with the game-winning home run, but Brookins sent that game into extra innings.
There's a strike to Leonard. Swaim has moved down to second base now with 2 out. Maybe if we hadn't gotten a little rain, that ball might have bounced a bit higher. If, huh? Jeffrey 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out and grounded out.
If he'd have hit that ball in June, it would have been a ground rule double.
Yeah, really. Boy, everything in the Midwest like cement, huh? Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Brewers with a pair of runs home here in the 5th inning to take a 3-0 lead, and breaking ball misses high. Heichel doesn't look like he's overpowering. He what you might call a short armor. He gives you a lot of motion and tough to pick up the ball, but he throws a sinker and a slider, works the corners, keeps the ball down, or tries to keep the ball down in the strike zone. back, count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Mets lead L.A. 4-0 in the 6th inning. Elster has homered twice for New York, and Jeffries his 2nd of the year for the Mets. He's that young phenom, that Greg Jeffries, is that his name? I believe it is. We'll all know it in a couple of years, maybe by next. Oh, gets by Noakes. Swaim will go to third. A wild pitch charged to Heinkel.
That's the big showdown series in the National League. The Dodgers and the Mets this weekend, both leading their divisions. Jeffries came in last week and hit a home run and lined another one off the wall at Shea.
Yeah, Greg Jeffries.
A short pitch, and it skips away. Noakes couldn't even get a glove on that one. A wild pitch, moving Swaim to third.
Winding up now is Heinkel. This one hit well, way back, and caught at the wall by Sheridan in left. Off the bat, it appeared to have a chance, but Sheridan ran it down. However, for the Brewers here in the 5th, 2 runs on 2 base hits. They leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The Brewers 3. The Tigers nothing on the Brewer Television Network.
Never have so many paid so much for so little. What America needs, is a good, honest. What America needs is a good, honest cookie.
There you have it. An honest-to-goodness cookie at an honest-to-goodness price. Delicious brand cookies.
We've got to stop this monster!
It's the final weekend of Sun Valley Waterbed's giant 13th birthday sale. Your last chance to get waterbeds from $119. This charming 4-poster, handsome bookcase bed, or natural oak waterbed, your choice, just $199.
Too cool.
And romantic canopy beds for less than $41 a month, with a free nightstand.
Oh, my. Plus padded rails for $13. And satin comforters with matching sheets, just $49.
We're putting our foot down. This monster birthday sale ends Labor Day at Sun Valley Waterbeds.
At a lot of places, what looks like a great deal turns out to be not so great.
It looks great. And it's the real you.
But at your Dodge dealer, you can be sure it's on something you really want. Choose Dodge Caravan at a great low price or save $155 with a popular equipment package. And we've got great deals on Grand Caravan, too.
And today, it's half price.
It's gotta be the Dodge Boys.
Get the only chicken grilled at the border. New grilled chicken fajitas.
Taco Bell has the road to make a run for the border.
Billy Wegman now working on a 3-0 lead as we... Brookins, Pettis, and Whitaker 8-9-1 for the Tigers. Detroit with just 2 base hits off Billy Wegman, both those coming in the 3rd inning. The Tigers had a pair of runners aboard in the 1st and 2 runners on in the 3rd, but that has been it. Brookins grounded out his first time up and looks at a good fastball strike over the outside corner. Wegman's control has been very, very sharp tonight. 0-1 pitch, breaking ball again. He painted that outside corner. 0-2. Talking about the National League, the Cubs, losers to Cincinnati this afternoon, 6-5 at Wrigley. Just missing outside. That's a purpose pitch right there. Got him last time up after 0-2, went fastball away, and then breaking ball. Let's see if they do it again. Little slider. Tried to go away the same way, but this time threw it in the dirt. Wegman working that outside corner to Brookins. Montreal leading the Giants 5-0 in the 4th inning. Hit the air, center field. Robin drifting back. 1 out. So Brookins 0 for 2. Boy, the Giants just have not been able to make a charge, have they? Team picked by many to win the West, but they have had more than their share of injuries here in 1988. Their pitching staff pretty much decimated. San Diego leading Philadelphia 3-2. Bottom of the 4th at Philadelphia. Pittsburgh won Atlanta 0 in the 6th. Popped up off the bat of Pettis on the infield. Swaim will make the call and make the play. 2 outs, 2 quick outs here in the 5th. And no score. St. Louis, Houston. At Houston, that game in the 2nd inning. So that gets you caught up on games underway. Baltimore and Seattle starting on the West Coast. Later on, Boston at California and New York at Oakland. Two outs, and the Tigers' second baseman Lou Whitaker steps in. He looks at a ball down low. Of course, the Tigers again tonight without Alan Trammell. This one hit well. Could be extra bases down into the corner. Here with a good throw and cut off by Gantner.
Whitaker extends his hitting streak to 7 games now with his double down the line. Robbie Deere makes a strong throw, but it's cut off by Gantner. Wouldn't have been in time.
Whitaker hit a breaking ball away, but the pitch stayed up a little bit. Allowed him to get the head of the bat out and turn on it. Billy Wegman wanted that ball down lower in the strike zone. Juan Nieves throwing in the Brewer bullpen. Last night, they had listed possible starters for tonight, Filer or Nieves. So that will give you a pretty good, for tomorrow night, that will give you a good indication that it's going to be Filer. It will be Filer tomorrow night, and then Higuera on Sunday. Tough play. They get him, yes. Oh, good play by Dale Swaim. Nice stretch by Schroeder. And Wegman out of it here in the 5th. No runs, a hit. 1 man left, 5 complete. 3-0 Brewers on the Brewer Television Network.
Miller High Life, brewed to be smooth, never bitter. Takes time to make, time to enjoy.
Stop and taste the
Miller High Life.
Go ahead, Toyota dealer. Make my day.
No problem with a selection of cars, trucks, and vans this big. But Toyota's Make My Day sales event is almost over.
Hey, dude, think you can make my day?
With savings like these extra value option packages, your day is made. It's the Make My Day sales event with deals and savings on every car, truck, and van on the lot. But it's almost over. See your Toyota dealer right now and let the savings make your day.
I'm on the road day in and day out. It's, hey, taxi, stop, and, cabby, quick, stop here. I know the value of good brakes. My livelihood depends on it. And when I'm off duty, our lives depend on good brakes. That's why I depend on Meineke.
At Meineke, we do brakes, and we do them right. We analyze the whole system, pinpoint the problem, and fix it, period.
No matter why you're on the road, you can depend on brakes from Meineke. I do.
Co-anchors Liz Talbot and Dwayne Gay with Bob Bach Sports and Marlon McGee Weather. Your 9 o'clock nightly news team on Super 18 WVTV Milwaukee.
We now have a complete ball game, 5 full innings, and Larry Barnett, the second base umpire, just over to talk to the grounds crew. Don't know if we may have another threat of rain. You can see the third base umpire, Rocky Rowe, waving into Timmy Sheeta at home plate saying, speed it up, let's get going. So they may have some more weather coming in. Robin Yount will lead it off. Ooh, look out. Eichel straightened Yount up with a fastball inside. Well, we told you tomorrow night and Sunday, the last two games of this four-game series here at Tiger Stadium, we will have them both on the Brewer Television Network. 6:30 start time tomorrow night, Central Daylight Time. And we will be underway Sunday at 12:30 Central Daylight Time.
That'll be a beauty.
Should be a good one. Terrell and Higuera. Terrell has always been very, very tough here at Tiger Stadium.
You know, the Brewers are looking for 3 with Higuera going on Sunday. 3 in a row, and then a chance with your ace to win 4.
Tomorrow night, Steve Searcy will face Filer. Robin hits it well. Will it find the gap? It does. All the way to the wall. Robin going to round second and stay there. As quickly did Pettis come up with it. Robin thinking 3, but Pettis over quickly and got the ball back into the cutoff man, so Robin holds it second. His 29th double of the year.
Pitch out over the plate. He drives it right into the gap. If this ball is a little bit more towards center field and beyond Pettis, you can pretty much chalk up a triple for Robin. He was eyeing third base, but had to hold as the throw came on.
Here's Rob Deere, who drove home the first Brewer run back in the first inning off Frank Tanana. For Robbie, his 72nd run batted in of the year. A strike. Deere, a strikeout victim in the 4th. More activity now down in the Detroit bullpen. A left-hander and a right-hander. Gibson, the left-hander, and Huseman, the right-hander. Mark Huseman, just up from Toledo. Paul Gibson, the lefty. And there they are. Gibson, the left-hander, and Huseman, the left-hander. Nieves continues to throw in the Brewer bullpen. And Jimmy appears to be throwing pretty hard. In earnest, as they say. 2-1 to Deere. Boy, not a bad idea. We'll see what happens. Of course, Wegman has been pretty much trouble-free here tonight. But you got that left-handed loaded lineup of Detroit. Get Weggy through 5 and then bring in the lefty, huh?
Well, and Juan has been very effective in relief.
Yeah, he sure has, especially in the long variety. His last 3 or 4 times out. They're keeping Robin very close at second base. Deere tried to pull it back but couldn't do it. Rob Deere has been red hot. Last 24 ball games, Robbie hitting .380. I think probably about as hot as we have seen him. He had a good month of April last year. April into early May, I think. About 6 weeks, but he has really swung the bat well since he got 4 base hits in Baltimore. Remember that on a Sunday afternoon.
Hit .345 in April last year.
Long throw for Brookins. Robin will head for third, and he's in there. Good base running by Robin Yount as Deere grounded deep to third base. Tell you, as soon as Brookins let go with that ball, watch it right here. Now we'll lose Robin. But Brookins didn't even look Robin back. Didn't have time, really, because of how deep that ball was hit.
That's the kind of base running that brings in runs. 1 out with Robin on third now.
There aren't a lot of base runners who would do that, Jim. 2 on this ball club. Molitor and Yount. But that puts Billy Schroeder in a good situation. He can score a run with a fly ball. The Tiger infield about halfway. Not really all the way in for Schroeder. Billy 0 for 2. He grounded into a double play. Last time up, grounded to third. And hits this one high and deep. Way back. Oh, upper deck home run for Bill Schroeder. And the Brewers take a 5-0 lead. Oh, right off the bat, that baby was out of here.
Well, he said he didn't know if he could handle the altitude of the batting order, but he's hitting 5th tonight. And I'll tell you what, that was a thing of beauty, wasn't it? He got every bit of that baseball. There was no doubt about it. That's the kind of thing that will lift the club in September. Anytime during the year, a guy comes off the bench, doesn't play much, and comes up with a big blow. Schroeder with his 4th home run.
And that will be all for John Heichel. So the Brewers now lead 5-0. New pitcher, we'll tell you about him after these messages on the Brewer Television Network.
Hey, kid. Hey, you want a watch? Take a look at this here. This ain't no ordinary watch. This is a digital. It tells you the time, the day, the date. It even gives you the seconds there. And this fashionable Brewers logo. And it's free from the Unical 76 people. Hey, if you like it, here's all you got to do. Go down to County Stadium Monday, September 5th. Anyone 14 and under gets one free on Unical 76 Digital Watch Day. Hey, how can you pass that up? Hey!
They came to your local Chrysler Plymouth dealer with strict orders. Mark down every car in stock. Get a great deal on Chrysler New Yorker Landau with better owner care than any GM sedan. Your dealer could pass along up to an additional $1,600 with factory-to-dealer discount. They came, they saw, and they tagged. So for your blue and white clearance deal, hurry in before it's gone.
See Ewald's Mayfair, up north, Southgate, Russ Darrow.
It's back. This Friday night, come to Best Buy for more midnight specials. We've marked down hot items in every department, because if we're working late, we want it to be a party. Singles welcome. If you're into quick meals, a quick cup of coffee, and popcorn, get a GE microwave for just $74.99. And with no payments or interest till February '89 on all GE appliances, we know you're going to want to bring them home. We're open till midnight Friday night, and it'll be a ball. That's Best Buy. It's madness to be anywhere else.
Co-anchors Liz Talbot and Dwayne Gay with Bob Bach Sports and Marlon McGee weather. Your 9 o'clock nightly news team on Super 18 WVTV Milwaukee.
Right-hander Mark Huseman has worked his way back to the major leagues. He was traded to Cleveland by Seattle last year, released by Cleveland in spring training this season, and signed by the Tigers in March. He is 4-6 with a 1.87 earned run average in Toledo. 61 strikeouts in 57 2/3 of an inning. He is an 11-11 major league pitcher with a 4.21 career earned run average.
Saw him a few years back at Kansas City. Also, he broke in with the Royals back in '83. I believe he was one of the youngsters that they thought was going to be a fine prospect, along with Gubaza and Saberhagen. All three of them came up around the same time, and Huseman has had his problems back and forth to the big leagues. Sinker slider type pitcher.
1-2 with 2 saves in his career against the Brewers.
Mike Felder making his first appearance at the plate since coming back. Just rejoined the ball club tonight. He pinch ran for Joey Meyer. Strike 3 called. Fastball at the knees on the outside corner, and Felder caught looking. There you see Matt Noakes set up away. Sinking fastball away is the pitch. And Felder couldn't take the bat off the shoulder. 2 outs now. Charlie O'Brien, the hitter. Fastball down low from Huseman. Brewers lead at 5-0. scored one in the first off Tanana. Came back with a pair in the fifth. And two more here in the top of the sixth. Thanks to Bill Schroeder's fourth home run of the year. Really hit it high and deep, way back into that upper deck in left field. This one hit well to right, but Lemon had him played perfectly, and that is out number 3. However, the Brewers scored two more on two base hits. Nobody left. Middle of the sixth inning. Milwaukee 5, Detroit nothing on the Brewer Television Network.
You gotta stop and chase the high life. Take a hard-earned break every now and again. Stop and chase the high life. Kick back and drink it in. Spend some time just finding out what you're working for, what it's all about.
Miller High Life, brewed to be smooth, never bitter. Takes time to make, time to enjoy.
Stop and taste the high life. Take the high.
Miller High Life.
All you need to know about great selection and low prices is here, inside the newest circular from True Value Hardware Store. Check the fall preview for a True Guard Storm door latch or door closer, just $4.99 each, or both for $9.44. Heat-saving tuck cloth duct tape is $2.77. Clean your yard with this True Temper rake, just $2.99. And secure it with a GE floodlight, just $2.44 at participating True Value Hardware stores and home centers.
Don't miss Copeland's 21-hour Labor Day sale this weekend. I'm Lee Copeland. Save some time to shop Copeland for incredible savings on GE. Buy this GE built-in dishwasher for only $2.49, and Copeland gives you free normal replacement installation. An 11 cubic foot GE refrigerator, only $2.79. And with all GE products, free financing, no down payment, no interest, and no payments till February of '89. Holiday savings from Copeland, Milwaukee's own.
Co-anchors Liz Talbot and Dwayne Gay with Bob Bach Sports and Marlon McGee weather. Your 9 o'clock nightly news team on Super 18 WVTV Milwaukee.
Well, Juan Nieves has taken a seat in the Brewer bullpen, and Bill Wakeman back out for the sixth. Billy Schroeder's fourth home run of the year gave Wakeman a 5-0 lead in the fifth. Or make that the top of the sixth. Wakeman will face Lynn, Evans, and Lemon. 3, 4, 5. Freddie Lynn singled to right off Billy his last time up. Well, the Brewers making it very, very interesting here in the American League East. Two balls, no strikes. Let's pause for station identification here on the Milwaukee Brewer Television Network.
You're watching the Brewers and Tigers on Super 18 WVTV Milwaukee.
A strike called. Mike Egan, Jim Paschke, Jim Holmes, Bob Bach, and a cast of thousands here tonight. Bring you the Brewers and Detroit Tigers. Two-one pitch. Look out. Right back just above us. Yeah, that's the first close call we've had in 2 nights.
Well, watching Bob Bach get ready for his sportscast brings back some memories for me. How about you?
Yes.
We've been there, huh?
Panic time. One hopper, handcuff Swaim. Ooh. Right through Dale Swaim into the outfield. Boy, Freddie Lynn hit a bullet. See how it's scored.
Out on the end of the bat, and it went right through the wickets. It goes as an error.
So Linneborn on the error charge to Dale Swaim. There you see Billy Schroeder. You saw him before, going to play behind Freddie Lynn. Brewers with a 5-0 lead. Darrell Evans 0 for 1. He has walked, grounded to short, and looks at the ball down low. Juan Nieves back up and throwing in the Milwaukee bullpen. Again, Wegman misses low, and Charlie O'Brien going to come out and talk to Billy. That will also bring Tom Troublehorn to the mound. So an error, and now 2 balls, no strikes on Evans, and that causes a trip to the mound. There is Juan Nieves. Well, a victory tonight, if the Brewers can hang on, would move them to within 6 of Detroit. Boston playing later on the West Coast. There's a strike call. Bruce Hurst pitching for the Red Sox tonight against Chuck Finley. Hurst 16 wins.
Be a tie at the top if the Brewers and Boston win.
Yeah, could be a tie for first place in the East. The Brewers would move to within 6. Tonight's attendance, 23,437. A little less than last night, almost 500 less. Popped up, out of play, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Yankees also playing out west. Tommy John against Kurt Young at Oakland. 2-2 pitch, hit deep, but foul. Boy, this guy is always a threat, isn't he? One swing of the bat. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Brewers with a 5-0 lead. Oh, got a good pitch. He really pulled the string on Evans, and Evans shaking his head as he walks back toward the Tiger dugout.
This is a tip-your-hat pitch. Evans has to tip his hat to Wegman for that one.
Third strikeout for Billy. That will bring Chet Lemon to the plate. Lemon 0 for 2 tonight. He has flied out both times, and Wegman missed inside with the breaking ball. Didn't want it in there. Again, hit well to right. If it's fair, it could be trouble. It is foul into the front row. Boy, the Tigers trying to regroup. They have had their problems at the plate. Alexander has not been sharp of late. Tanana has had his problems. Jeff Robinson on the disabled list. One pitch, high, 2 balls and a strike. And top that off, Jim, with the fact that Trammell is not able to play.
Bergman?
Bergman, yep. He's done a good job for them. outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Chet Lemon. Just missed with the slider, 3-1. He walks Lemon. That is the 3rd base on balls issued by Wegman, but the first since back in the 1st inning. Tom Trebelhorn on the top step. Dangerous hitter right here in Matt Noakes. The wheels are turning right now in Treb's mind. There is the lefty Juan Nieves. Popped up. Swaim with the call, and Dale makes the catch. Oh, that's a big out right there. Noakes went after the first pitch and popped it up. So they're 2 out. And Salazar at the plate. He is 0 for 2 tonight. Breaking ball strike. Sparky Anderson, the eternal optimist, really. Ooh, good fastball. That might have been the best fastball that Wegman has thrown tonight, and in a good spot. But he and his staff, Jimmy, have got to be shaking their heads right now saying, what can we do to shake this thing, to break out of it?
Tough to manage against injury.
Ran it right up inside on Salazar. Again, a good spot right there, because Billy didn't really mind if he missed inside. In fact, that's what they were trying to get him to do, crowd him in off the plate. See if they go back away now. With a breaking ball, they did. He didn't go after it. 1-2. Talking about pitching earlier, Jim, and that right there is pitching. You set that hitter up 0-2, run that fastball inside to get him off the plate, and then try to get him to go fishing for that breaking ball away. There are your runners. Hit on the ground is short. Swaim will go to Gantner, and they get him at second. So after the leadoff error and the walk, nothing doing for the Tigers in the 6th. They leave 2, 6 complete now from Tiger Stadium. Milwaukee 5, Detroit nothing on the Brewer Television Network.
Next time you're eating in at work, why not go for quality? Pick up a 6-pack or a 4-pack from Cousins. You'll always save money compared to buying the sandwiches separately, and your fellow gourmets can still order to their individual liking. Not only are Cousins 4- and 6-packs convenient, they ensure adequacy of supply. Cousins, an executive lunch so flawless, even the boss can't botch it up.
It's back to school time, and Warehouse Shoes has styles and savings for the entire family. Look at these men's dress and casual shoes for fall. Choose from popular brands like Rockport, Dexter, Sebago, Timberland, and more. Right now, you can pick from these leather loafers and boat shoes, hand-sewn and made in the USA, priced at just $29.88. Warehouse Shoes, where you'll find more than just great prices. You'll find what you're looking for.
Big John, that's his name. Selling Pontiacs, that's his game.
I challenge anyone to beat my low closeout price on a new '88 Pontiac.
Her name, Betty Lou. The other half of it is famous, too.
Big John, I accept the challenge.
The Fosters are feuding again.
Ready, Betty? Draw!
I know I can figure a better deal than you.
Never, never.
A Foster feud.
We'll shoot down any deal in town.
Jim Gantner to lead it off for the Brewers in the top of the 7th. And stepping back in to bring you the rest of the way, here's Jim Paschke.
All right, thank you, Mike. This, of course, is our rally inning, the Miller Lite Super 18 rally inning, and our contestant is Chuck Below of New London. If the Brewers score here in the 7th, Chuck wins a VIP treatment package at County Stadium. He has already won a Brewer warm-up jacket. The Brewers lead 5-0. 5 runs on 7 hits. And they have done a good job. A liner off the bat of Gantner at Brookins, and he makes another fine play. Tom Brookins is having an outstanding game here tonight. Molitor chopped one. He went up and got it in the 5th inning to throw him out. And now he hauls down a line drive off the bat of Gantner. Jimmy is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. On the end of the bat, right at the third baseman. Here's Swaim's first pitch. Center field base hit. 2 consecutive hits for Swaim. He's 2 for 3. The Brewers scoring a run in the 1st tonight, and then coming back with 2 in the 5th and 2 in the 6th. Milwaukee leading the Tigers 3-0. Bill Wegman giving up a couple of hits in the 3rd inning and a double in the 5th. That has been it. The Tigers have stranded 6. Here's Paul Molitor. His average holding at .320. He's 1 for 3 tonight. An infield single. And a run scored in the 1st. Paul flied out to center field in the 3rd and then grounded out on that play to Brookins in the 5th. A fine play by the 3rd baseman. There you see Mark Heisman's fastball that sinks and runs in on the right-hander. Tanana started and went 4 to 3rd. He gave up 3 runs on 5 hits. Swaim back at first. Racine's Don Heinkel came on, worked an inning. Schroeder tagged him for a 2-run homer. And now Huseman is working for the Tigers and evens the count. I should say gets ahead in the count, 0-2. One on, one out. Brewers 7th. Molitor facing an 0-2 pitch from Huseman. Fastball on the corner, and he's gone. Paul doesn't like the call by Tim Cheetah. Strikeout number 2 for Huseman. The Brewers have been called out and have gone down on strikes 5 times tonight.
See Noakes laughing? I think he knows they got one right there. Ball starts on the inside part of the plate. Look at how far that broke off the plate, and Noakes bringing it back into the strike zone, and Molitor staring and in disbelief. And don't read lips, folks. Milk. I think he said, "Oh, Mr. Cheetah, you really missed that call."
Well, I know for sure he said Cheetah.
Are we still on the air?
Jeffrey Lennon at the plate, 0-1. He's 0 for 3 tonight.
I didn't know Molitor spoke Japanese.
You guys better get out of that one.
I think we'd better, yep.
Broke the bat on that one, I think.
Notice how I
maybe not.
distance myself.
Yeah.
You guys
better.
You don't want anything to do with us now, do you?
No, sir.
Well, Jeffrey's checking out the stick, but seems to be in one piece. Sounded like a broken bat.
We get letters.
No balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swaim aboard at first. There he goes. And forget about the throw. Leonard struck out. 2 strikeouts in the inning. Huseman gives up a base hit and strands Swaim. 6.5 complete. 5-0 Milwaukee on the Brewer TV Network.